as a quick introduction, my name is Megan Cole and I am a marketing manager at Issuu. I'm joined by Craig Kingsbury, who's a senior customer success manager at Issuu. So my role here is doing a lot of things with the Issuu product, as well as our marketing campaigns and marketing strategies over here. So super excited to be doing today's webinar, to be giving everyone some of the tips and tricks and best practices that I use in my own email marketing campaigns and how we can do that with Issuu. And Craig, do you want to say hello?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll be in the Q&A for everybody. So anytime that anyone has any questions, feel free to submit that to the Q&A. And then we'll be answering those over text, as well as just take some time afterwards to answer those questions live for everyone to hear. So
yes, please ask away any questions you might have today. Just to review again kind of who Issuu is, what we do and what we are. Our mission is to enable anyone from independent creators to global brands to create, measure, and share and monetize their digital content. So we've created a lot of different tools to really help create that digital experience for marketers, creators, designers, all things digital. And the way that we've really done that and our philosophies around it are just a few simple steps. Might not look simple, but I promise you it is. So once you kind of publish any of your content onto Issuu, we have a lot of great tools that I'll be demonstrating today that can help you convert any of your PDF or other uploaded content on Issuu into different versions, especially for kind of mobile optimization or images, which you can then use to share anywhere on a ton of different platforms. And lastly, you can use the insights generated from that information to measure the impact with some of our statistics tools, which can also kind of create a nice loop for your marketing campaigns on how you can generate even more content from your original pieces. So today we'll be focusing on the Mailchimp and email integration capabilities that we have, but we have a lot of other webinars and great content in the future. So if you are interested in learning more about different ways and tips and tricks, make sure to kind of stay tuned and sign up for webinars, which can also be found on issuu.com/webinars. So again, you can really just publish, create derivatives, share those derivatives or your original publications anywhere you want online, and then measure what that impact is all through Issuu. So to just dive right in, I'll be doing the Mailchimp demo showing how we can use a couple different tools with our Issuu product to create a really awesome email. And I am going to just quickly show you kind of the end result ahead of time so we can all get super excited about what there is to make. So here I have created this entirely in Mailchimp using some of our Issuu tools. Using the Mailchimp's free account, so it was super easy. Essentially, we have kind of our nice preview as well as these vertical GIFs that loop. All of these elements are also clickable, so I can click through and see kind of my full publication. So this is just an example catalog that I pulled together super easily and uploaded onto Issuu. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, so to dive right into it, here we're on our Issuu homepage where you can really easily upload any content you want. So here I have all of my publications, including the example that I'm going to be working from. So on my example, I'll just show you kind of our Issuu dashboard. We have your desktop reader version. We also have some mobile optimized versions. And there are a lot of different ways that you can take this content and share it. So for our Mailchimp demonstration, we're really going to be focused on our GIF maker as well as the visual stories tool, which are available in the share and the enhance section of your workspace. So here I'm going to click create GIF. And it does pretty much exactly what it says. So you can create from the spreads of my uploaded content that I've uploaded ahead of time to create kind of a nice preview that will be optimized and really nice for your email campaigns especially. It's a great way to give kind of a sneak peek of the full content that you have, whether it's a catalog, magazine, brochure, any content that you might have uploaded onto Issuu. And then I'm going to just kind of choose which spreads or pages I want in the looping animation. So let's say I want to do the cover and maybe some earrings or some purses. And then I can also change the background color. So you can do that by either selecting from some of our pre-selected colors, using a hex code if you have any kind of brand colors or colors that you know the hex information on, or you can also use kind of our little slider option here too. So you can change it to any color in the rainbow. I'm gonna go with this green because I think it looks nice with kind of my pool beachy vibes. So finally, once that is ready, I'm going to click download source file here. Once it's ready, you can save it as two different formats. So we have it as both an MP4 video file, which is really nice for social purposes, or as a GIF file. So when I click it, it'll download, and I'm just going to kind of click here, right click, and then save the image and add it to my saved images in a folder that I already have set up. So now that we have this asset created, I'm just going to go straight over to my Mailchimp account. So my Mailchimp test account, that is, and I'm going to go over to the left-hand corner and click email and create a campaign. So I'm just going to make kind of a dummy campaign. And it's super easy to design an email with Mailchimp as well. They have a bunch of different template options. So I kind of chose any of these free options that they have and went ahead and uploaded my content there. So essentially the way this works is if you have any images or image cards uploaded into Mailchimp, you can drop an image or upload an image from your library. So here I have already uploaded some of the GIFs, but again, you can just kind of click at the top, upload, and then you can select any of the content that you've saved. So here I've already kind of created that GIF, saved it, and uploaded it into my Content Studio library. One thing that I did kind of strategically for this email is I made sure to put my GIF preview right at the top. So it'll kind of give you that look and feel of your full publication with the pages previewed. And then I've also added a link here. So when you click on the image, you'll have this kind of link button option, and you can link to any web addresses you want. So for the web address that I've chosen, it is the kind of full screen reader version that we have available for our premium plans. So when the users when your audience gets the email, if they click on this image, it's really nice and big and right at the top. So it gets a lot of engagement. It's kind of one of our marketing best practices to have a nice engaging image right at the top. It will look like this. So I have my full screen reader version where I have that nice kind of page flip experience. I've also added in some detected links. This way, as they're reading my publication, they can also go straight to any shopper pages directly from their catalog, or if you have like promotions or anything like that, you can add links in really easily. And just embed the GIF and then add this full screen share experience right from that email. So just quickly to show you how you can get over to the full screen sharing, again, it's going to be in the left-hand side under your shares. And it's full screen sharing here. We have kind of the same elements as our GIF creator where you can change the background colors. You can also add in any other details for your brand. So this is a really nice feature to fully engage your user in your issue uploaded content as well. In the Mailchimp, I've also added a couple of vertical GIFs that I also made with Issue, and these were made with the Visual Stories tool. So I'm going to just hop back into Issue to show you how we create these and how I've kind of created them and added them into my campaign here. So if I go back to my Issue homepage, I'm going to go from my publications over here. I can or I can also go from my visual stories here and select from any of the stories that I've created ahead of time or anything that I want to create from my publications. So essentially the workspace for the Visual Stories tool looks a bit like this, where you can really easily drag and drop any of the automatically pulled assets from your original pages. We have a few different styles as well that you can create from. And then I can just drag and edit the content or edit the text out as well and create these nice video pieces. So what I'm going to do next with those video assets after they have been created is once it's live, I can download all of those elements or download the individual pages. I've kind of done a combination of the two. And it will save as your visual story will save as MP4 files. So with those MP4 files, what I'm going to do today is go into a GIF converter. So I use easygif.com, pretty easy. And then I can click video to GIF and upload any elements that I might want to upload as well. So really, you're just kind of uploading any of that video content. You can upload it and it'll convert it into a .gif file. So once those have been converted, that's what I am using in my email. The output is here. I can just kind of click save and it'll be added to my desktop or to whatever folders I might have. So here I have, again, kind of replaced the images with my uploaded ones. Mailchimp makes them look a little weird. I'm not sure why. I'm going to blame Mailchimp on that. But the final results does look super nice and has that really nice polished look and feel. Finally, we have also created a custom code option that if y'all are interested in, we have available for our webinar attendees today. So this lets you add in your visual story, vertical content, as well as a text block over on the side. So it's super easy. I do not know how to code. Most of the time when I'm using the Mailchimp versions, I'm kind of playing around with the different image blocks that I can add in. So here I dropped these blocks in and then I chose from the images that I already had saved in my library. But you can also kind of customize them how you see fit as well if you want to add a little bit more customization in Mailchimp as well with these issue elements. Another best practice that I did was I also added links in all of the GIFs because we know that they get a lot of nice engagement, and that video feeling for these gets people really kind of excited. You can also add some alt text or with more details to help with any accessibility or otherwise. So really that is the end-to-end process of uploading and creating an email with Mailchimp and creating a really clean, nice email that has all the links that you might need, as well as utilizing some of our different tools that we have available for our users. Last thing I'll note is while this demonstration was done for Mailchimp in particular, I've been playing around with a lot of the different mail provider tools that you might be using for your marketing campaigns. And since the files are really just GIF files that you can use anywhere, we're really kind of agnostic in that regard. You can also use them in Constant Contact or Mailchimp or whatever email providers you use. So that really concludes the demonstration portion of today's demo. So we will open it up to any Q&A that folks might have. Feel free to ask away. Any questions?
Cool. So I have some questions in here, Megan, that you can just touch on. And one of the questions that did come in a lot, and then you did just touch on, was, is this available on other email providers? And
Yep.
yeah, so I don't know if you want to go into that a little bit more.
Yes, totally. So again, this is available for all different service providers. Essentially, the files that you create from Issuu, when you save them, they will be just a .gif file, or you can convert them into other file types. So for your email providers, it's really just, you just have to upload them to whatever your kind of content library is. So we have Mailchimp available. You can also do it in Constant Contact super easily. I actually was playing around with this just earlier ahead of the call because I wanted to see its own capabilities. So super easy. And you just really just kind of upload the images. So the way that I did that was, if you kind of click replace, you can choose from your library. So I insert it here, and I can do that pretty easily as well in Constant Contact or any other emails that you might have.
Cool. And another one that came in was, is this the only way to embed into an email?
Yeah, great question. So with our embed tool, we have the animated GIF. So that is the way currently that you can embed into emails. And that's because the nature of our main embed on website tool, which is here available for our paid users, is an iframe. So iframe emails are essentially not compatible with the iframe tool, but we have created these alternative solutions. I would also say, in terms of best practices and engagement, this is really a strong way to use the Issuu tools, because you can improve your tracking that way. So if you have specific tracking for any of the links on the email, you can associate it more easily than even if you were embedding it directly in that email. So yeah.
Another one that came in was, they missed the beginning of the webinar, and they just wanted to know if this is available for non-paying customers or if this is just a premium paid feature.
Yes. So some of our tools are paid, obviously, but we also have within the features here, our visual stories as well as the GIF creator are both free features. So you can create your campaigns very easily that way. For the full screen sharing, that is a part of the paid plans. So that would be kind of when you click through and you see that full campaign and you see all of the really nice elements and the brand background colors. This is part of our paid plans. But to kind of set your email up, this was our free features.
So another question that came in was around the template specifically, and they want to know what part of the code they'd have to change based on the visual story. So basically, where do you paste the code, and
Yes.
where are you able to make the changes to the copy?
Got it. So for this template, these pieces here are just part of the Mailchimp templates that they have. So the way that I did this, let me just show you, was again, I chose from the blocks here. It was very easy to just kind of drag and drop. I would say that the bottom one here is the one that we added a custom code, and we did that because I was choosing from my uploaded content, and this is a little bit long for an email when you're just having it as a standalone with the blocks of text. So in order to really optimize your email campaigns, we created this version. So here the code, don't be scared. Essentially all you're doing is uploading the kind of GIF URL here, which you can also get from your Mailchimp space. So you can change out whatever images are there, and then the copy here is how I changed it. So I can just type, oops, here, easy. So we have all of the kind of code set up for you so you can do this super easily yourself.
And then kind of along those same lines, just about like the Mailchimp template specifically, not necessarily the one that we created. They want to know if there's a Mailchimp template you prefer using for these type of campaigns.
Yes. So I would say that that definitely depends on the campaign that you're working on. For this example and catalog example, I was choosing one that was really optimized for like shopping. I think in general, this kind of format is also pretty straightforward and easy. It's really about having your primary content over at the top. That's going to be whatever your largest content that you really want to focus on is. And then you can have kind of secondary and tertiary pieces as well. So if you have content that isn't necessarily showing different collections of items, it's just figuring out like, okay, what's the first most important thing, the second place, the third place, and then what's the last thing that I want to kind of add in there. Really trying to catch them at kind of early at the top, but we can also look at some of the other examples that they have of templates. So I think Mailchimp will give you suggestions of layouts. So they have the sell products, make announcements. They have all these different versions, and all of them will have kind of options for you to upload images in. So if you're starting from scratch off of their templates, they will have this kind of piece where you can click replace to edit any of the photos there. And again, you'll kind of see this formula that I mentioned before of primary, secondary, tertiary. So that would be how I would suggest using them.
And then again, along the Mailchimp sort of line of questioning, they want to know if it's required they have a pro Mailchimp account, so having to pay for Mailchimp in order to upload GIF files.
Nope, I do not have a paid one myself, and I created all of this with the free account.
All right, and then another one. This one's a little bit more technical. They have a question about the converting the GIF file, just how many frames it produces.
Yeah.
I don't know,
So I
sorry.
play around with the optimization a little bit. So once I upload my MP4 file using EasyGIF, I've also done it in Photoshop or other like design editor tools that you might have. But really, they have created it as a way that you can adjust the size automatically, as well as the frame rate. So chose 10 frame rate. And once it's saved and uploaded into Mailchimp, they will optimize it as well. So it fits and works the way that you want it to work in your campaigns to make sure that the file sizes are correct.
Perfect. Well, I think that pretty much covers all the questions that we have. Looks like maybe there's some kind of repeat questions there that I think that we already covered. So I think we're all
Okay.
set there.
Great.